Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. We're out here camping and I finally got the diesel heater ready and set up. I tested it to make sure it works before we hop in tonight. It's going to be about 29, 30 degrees, maybe colder because we're right next to a creek and a river, so it might be colder tonight, but got the diesel heater hooked up. I'll bring you guys a little bit closer to show you what we're doing to heat and power that, but I just want to show you guys this is where we're camping tonight, and you know, we're just going to do a little camping, overland, chill adventure video. Check out this view. If you watched my last video, you would have saw that my EB3A from Blue Eddy, now if you don't know what that is, that's another power unit. It didn't provide enough juice from the DC outlet for my diesel heater. Now it should have, but that's a different story. You can go watch that video for some details about that. But I went to Harbor Freight real quick because this camping trip was like planned out and we had like one day to get everything ready. But so I went to Harbor Freight and I picked up this Jackery 290. It was about, after tax and everything, it was about $290. So you know, 290, you get like it's $1 per watt hour basically is what it comes out to, which isn't terrible, I guess. But this actually does power my diesel heater, and you know, I can actually use this. So now we can camp and have a good time, and I'm going to show you guys how long this diesel heater will last on this Jackery 290, how long the fuel lasts, how warm it keeps our tent tonight, because it's going to be, like I said, about 19, 30, about 29 degrees. I don't know, it's going to be weird because it says it's going to be 30 degrees, but we're right next to the water, so it's going to be colder because I'm already frozen. This is the current setup. I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth of what's going on here with this diesel heater. So like I said before, this is the Jackery 290. Got it from Harbor Freight. Pretty awesome. I didn't have to wait for any shipping or anything. I could just get that. They had it in stock, so that kind of saved this camping trip because it's too cold to camp with the equipment we have. So this is the vevor diesel heater. I didn't show it very much in depth in the last video, so I will hear what happened with this. So it's a little bit wonky. It's a cheap Amazon Chinese unit, so you're gonna see some issues. First one was it's a cheap exhaust, a little goofy. I kind of like it, it's kind of funny, but I couldn't get it bent enough to fit through there, and it was like sitting on the exhaust. Not really good. So I made these cheap wooden bracket things to lift it up higher. That seems to work. I'm a little bit concerned about having it this close to my tailgate. I'm worried about it melting. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I might have to set it on the ground, but I'm thinking it should be okay. We're going to keep an eye on it. And then I got this extendable dryer hose from Amazon to duct that up into the tent like so. The window is open right now, but we're going to close that. I just wanted to air it out a little bit. It's been a minute since we opened it. So yeah, this is cheap. I think it was like $10 on Amazon. And it's cool because it claps down if you kind of folds in on itself. So that's awesome, and it does move through there. The fan in this is pretty strong. What else? It did come with a little remote. I haven't tried using it yet. I might use it, that way we can adjust the temperature up in the tent and I don't have to come down here. I'm a little bit worried about this being out in the weather, in the elements, but I think it'll be okay. For the Jackery, I think I'm going to throw it in one of my totes and make sure it's not wet or anything. Also, check out this new hatchet I got. I think it's a Gerber. We're going to be cutting some wood here and checking out this. I'm pretty excited about that, actually. It's got a saw into the handle, a little hand saw. Super sweet. I just got the diesel heater up and running. It's getting warmed up now. It just started to snow. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it is snowing a good bit, and it's pretty cold. Got a fire going. I'll keep you guys updated on this and let you guys know if it's actually going to work or not. It's a little bit dark right now, but I just wanted to give you a little update. So I have this down on high 1, and that seems to be plenty to keep the tent warm up there. It's getting pretty hot up there. And then I have the Jackery in this box to keep it out of the weather. I don't know how guys are running this on the outside of their truck. I don't know if they're not worried about it getting wet or if these are waterproof to some degree. I think I might move it underneath the truck to keep it out of the weather because I don't trust this controller. Let me know in the comments if these are waterproof or if you have one, or what's going on with that. I'm just curious. for my own curiosity there. And then in here is the Jackery. I'll show you what kind of power we're looking at. So for power, see if I can show you, we're at 8 watts, 14 watts, so about, let's say, average of 10 watts and 94%. It's been running for, I don't know, 45 minutes, I think. And it seems to be doing great so far. Can't wait to sleep in this and see how it goes. I'm gonna head off to bed, guys. I did a little goofy thing here. Got my flashlight. Just to keep that controller dry, I put a tote lid on top of that with a piece of wood on it to keep everything somewhat dry, because I don't know how waterproof that is. I don't know. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you think that's waterproof or if you have one and can verify. I just don't want to ruin it on the first night out. So I'm gonna head out to bed and let you guys know how this is gonna work. Like I said, the Jackery is about at 94% right now. The fuel is basically completely full. One small update before I head to bed here. I don't know if you guys have seen it inside of the tent, but you know, this is what it looks like. There's my feet. You know, my dog's somewhere over there. That's Ashley. But I have the ducking coming up right there, kind of coming up toward her face. And it is actually really warm. I mean, usually if we're in the tent and it's this cold out, I would see my breath. I don't see it at all. I'm actually taking layers off currently. Usually I'm in my winter coat when I'm sleeping up here, but right now I'm in a t-shirt and my jeans, and the jeans might come off tonight. I think I'm feeling a little crazy. I will talk to you guys in the morning. Another update inside the tent here. That's kind of where the vent's at. Like I said, we're still on 1. You see there's really no snow. It's actually water because this is so warm. But on the inside, not a drop of condensation. And that was the biggest problem with us camping in the cold, was it would just get completely soaked in here. But now, because this is dry air coming out of this vent, it is just dry as ever. And I love it. We actually opened up the top window there because it's actually getting pretty hot in here. Good morning, guys. We just woke up, got situated out here. It did snow a good bit. Looks very pretty, actually. But I'm gonna show you guys how that battery did. The diesel heater stayed on all night last night. We actually had the window on, or window open, that is. This little system seemed to keep the diesel heater dry. Like I said, I don't know if it needed to be, but there's that. So let's see how this Jackery's doing after a night of running. So a night of running at, let's see here, a night of running at 1, we have 55% battery left. So that is very impressive. I'm gonna go ahead, and I think we're done out of tent. I'm gonna get this stuff put away because we're gonna get ready to do breakfast. So I need a little space to cook. I'm gonna start a fire, and we used barely a quarter tank of gas. We're running that all night long. Very impressive. Good morning again, guys. I got the camera out now. I'm off the phone. I'm gonna go ahead and get a fire started to keep us warm. We're gonna make some breakfast, kind of hang out. I think we're gonna leave today because, you know, Ashley wants to leave today. So I'm gonna figure out how to dry that tent out. But I'm gonna get a fire going to keep us warm, get this wood chopped up, and you guys can come with me. I f***ed up, guys. I got my drone stuck in a tree above a river. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. Well, we got the drone back. Looks like we broke one propeller there. I'll have to check and make sure none of the other ones are cracked. I didn't catch it when it came down, so it landed face first. Man, every time I use this thing, I'm always annoyed by it. So the problem was, right, I got a new phone and I can't connect to run video on it with the new phone. It's super laggy. So I use my old phone, but I'm not signed into the account on my old phone, so it limited me on height. So I was trying to film, and I had to get really low, like I normally like be up in the air with it. So I was like limited like 95 feet in the air, and I caught that tree branch. That sucks. Just got the tent folded up here. Using that diesel heater, we're actually drying off the tent, so I shouldn't have to open it back up for it being wet, because one, it kept the inside super dry, and two, you know, we just went around with the outside kind of wiping it down and using that diesel heater to kind of dry it out even further. So I'm gonna get it put away because I don't want to have to redo all that because it's starting to snow again. So give me 1 second, I'm gonna get this all wrapped up. Conclusion is, the vevor diesel heater is amazing. It rocked last night. We probably wouldn't have been able to stay out here because it was very cold last night. So awesome heater for the price. Pretty happy with that. We'll see how long it lasts because you know how things break. So we'll keep an eye on that. Keep you guys updated because we have a bunch of more winter trips planned. Now coming over here, looking at the Jackery. Now this is, like I said before, this is the Jackery 290 from Harbor Freight. And it ran that diesel heater at 1 for about 9 hours, 10 hours. And then I had it on 6, so the max, and it was using 30 something watts when it was maxed out like that. Using it to dry up the tent on the outside and dry some stuff off. And then to do the power cycle down, it uses like 100 watt for about 5 minutes. And I have 37% left on the Jackery, so that is very impressive. I'm extremely happy about that. I did want to also show you guys that this exhaust, being that close to the tailgate down there, did not melt anything, did not get hot enough to hurt anything. So I wanted to let you guys know that as well. So it seems to be safe to set this on here with about 1.5 inches distance between that and the tailgate. We're gonna go ahead and skip breakfast today. We weren't very hungry, so I actually pre-made some chili the other day. So this is some homemade chili I made. We're gonna cook this up and eat this for like a lunch, brunch type of thing. It works great because it's snowing and it's cold out. We got everything packed up here. We're going to get ready to head home. You know, it was a nice little night to get out. It was cold. We got to test that heater out. It worked great. That vevor diesel heater did fantastic. If you want to check one out, I'll have it in the description. The same thing with that Jackery 290. You can only get that at local stores like Harbor Freight. So, you know, but they have a Jackery 300 that's basically the same thing you get on the internet. So if you want to check that one out too, I'll have that in the description as well. Everything is always going to be in the description if you want to check it out. But we're going to head home. Got everything picked up. We left the guys a lot of wood because we were going to stay tonight. Ashley didn't want to, so we're going to go out and leave, take some cool pictures, and have a good time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out, helps the channel out, means a lot to me. And I'm going to go more in depth on all the stuff I used in this video later on, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Check out this video right here.